Greetings, it's Closet Nail Freak back again with a free-handed holiday mani. It's just me here and my fabulous nail stamping mat and my imagination and of course my fingernails. So I'm just going to do this completely free-handed, no, well, a little bit of assistance, and here we go. So I'm going to start with all my favorite products: top coat, liquid nail tape, glitter top coat from Glaze, and some base coat from, oh no, this is a gold custom mix from Dainty Digits Polish. And now the base coat from KB Shimmer. It's called Fillin' Groovy. And what else have I got here? Oh, some more glitter top coat from Glaze. And what else have I got? I've got these vinyl guides underneath, and of course a sponge to pick up glitter, and a nice little red I'm going to use as an accent. So I'm starting by putting my vinyl tape, my guide for my negative space mani, on. Got to get it perfectly even. It takes a few minutes to just kind of get it at that level you want it, and you have to press down firmly on both sides and in the middle because you don't want any polish to slip through and look uneven. And I'm going to start here with the polish, the base coat, and Finger Paints has a nice neutral called Natural Talent that I'm using to go underneath the gold. Now the gold is just slightly transparent. You know how gold nail polish is. It's not quite solid. So I'm starting with this so that the gold shows up a little more solid and less transparent. When I put nail polish on, I like it. So I like it when it looks like my nails are fake, honestly. So I'm just using all of this so that the polish looks solid and it looks professionally done. I also like to not have consistency with my nail design, so I might have a few that look the same and a couple of slightly different. So I've got the nail tape or the nail guide, the vinyl guide, French manicure guide on just a few of my nails, and I'm going to do one fully in gold. So I'm just going to put the top coat, or rather the base coat, on all of the nails that I'm painting, as well as the neutral base that the gold will cling to and look a little more solid. Doing the pinky, can't forget the pinky. And I got very lucky at work. Someone gave me these vinyls, so I'm still getting used to doing my nails on camera, so forgive the little reverse here, but I'm just doing the gold, and as you can see, it's showing up quite well. It's got a little bit of shimmer to it naturally because it's gold, but I'm going to do the 3 fingernails here with just the negative space and leave my ring finger for all of the gold. And I love doing negative space manis because it's different, it's funky. Plain French tips are boring to me, so I think this just makes it a little different, a little edgy and eye-catching when you got just a little negative space rather than just the traditional French manicure, especially if you're doing stamping designs and the stamping design doesn't cover your entire nail. This is a lifesaver to just do a negative space mani, and it's unexpected, so I'll do a video on that later. But in the meantime, and don't worry if you get polish on the sides, that's really what the liquid nail tape is for, but whatever, I'll just clean it up. Speaking of cleanup, this is a little too thick, so I'm going to thin it out with some acetone and an e.l.f. shadow brush, I believe, but the brush cost $1, so I bought like 10 of them so that I can use this for my cleanup brush. So clean that up a little bit, nice and pretty and neat. And I've got a pure color brush I bought from What's Up Nails. This is the detail brush I'm going to use to get my red accent on here. The number of the brush is 10, number 10 from What's Up Nails. So I'm going to take the red polish and dab a little bit of that on the brush and paint along the arch of my mani here. So I'm going to try it and use as few, is that right? I'm going to try to not do a lot of strokes, okay? Because I want it to look very clean. But again, your cleanup brush, still a little wet. But that's what your cleanup brush is for. If you mess up, you can always get that acetone and just make it a little bit more even, thinner, smoother. It's not going to hurt anything if you get any on the sides or if the line is too thick, because you can just clean it up with acetone, which is why I don't put base coat, or I try to remember to not put base coat on my whole fingernail when I'm doing negative space. So here's my favorite glitter top coat, Fairy Dust from China Glaze. I'm just putting a little more shimmer on there on the nail to just so it pops just a little bit more, makes it a little more eye-catching, and it's ever so subtle. As you can see, I've run all the way through this and I use it a lot, so very pretty. It's called Fairy Dust. A little close up there. I think that's neat. Again, this gold is a custom mix from Dainty Digits Polish. I wanted something like 24 karat gold, and she actually did another mix for me, but this is the one I tried out and I absolutely love it. Just put a little bit more shimmer on there. Forgive the hand. There you go, very pretty. I'll likely thin that out with the cleanup brush. It's a little too thick for me. So I'm using the makeup brush to get the glitter on there, and that's the cleanest, most efficient way you can get just glitter. If you just want to do glitter, you just paint it on, it catches all the glitter, and then you'll just dab it on your fingernail, depending on how much you want. I want a lot, so I'm putting a lot. And dabbing it so it just has a nice effect where it's just like it's dripping down or falling down or whatever. It's just an accent, not too much, because I think I have enough going on this nail. And so I'm going to do that to the rest of the nails. The pattern is going to be slightly different on each nail, and I'm off camera again, but that's basically what I'm doing. It looks like I'm getting more glitter here, so that's what I'm doing. It's pretty, but I need just a little more pop, a little more bling, just a little more ting. And what I'm doing with this red polish is that I'm going to create a gradient effect on the full gold nail. So I'm just brushing it on. Now it looks like a lot, but the thing is, when you're doing a gradient, you have to kind of brush a lot on there. You have to be a little generous with it because it is a sponge, and as you brush it on, it looks thick and generous at first, but the sponge is soaking it up. So you want to get just enough in there so that when you dab it, it looks good. Now whenever you're doing a gradient, the secondary color, or however many colors you use, you have to make sure it flows. So I already have gold on my nails, so I'm putting the gold on here so that the gradient effect is obvious. Otherwise, I'll just have blobs of red on there. So the gold will just help make that effect more pronounced. And I'm off camera again. But I just explained what I'm doing. You just dab until it looks right. I mean, that's really all there is to it. It's not that difficult. It's really not. I'm just dabbing. There's no method to it. And this is what I ended up with, and I'm good with it. So I got a little on the sides. That means I forgot to put my liquid nail tape on, which I'm going to do right now. But again, no big deal. I can just take the acetone and clean it off. But normally, yes, to keep excess polish from getting on the sides of your nails, especially something as pigmented as red, it'll help to have some liquid nail tape on the sides. It takes very little time to dry, depending on how thick the coat is. The thinner the coat, the quicker it'll dry, and you don't want to sit around for 10 to 15 minutes waiting for your liquid nail tape to dry. So just cleaning up the sides here, making it look a little more neat, getting all excess polish, excess nail tape off, and it's super cute. I think I'm ready to party. So these coming up next are my Instagram nails that I uploaded. So this is what it should look like. I think it's perfectly beautiful, and there you have it. Thanks so much for watching.